up with the jet, setting him up and find.
Yeah, it's on new patch, chat. So this right here, like this raid boss is like the biggest raid boss you can possibly get. New patch, we got the regen armor.
Out they go, Global Esports, but he means gonna be pressured now as there's gonna
regen armor and ghost, and I think people will be doing this.
Shiro here, sharp as ever.
Because now this is gonna go back.
But now the rest of the team, Boom Esports, finding a way to go for that.
The jet only took 5 damage.
One end has been
with one body
down
shot.
by that wall. But the rest safely on the side already. GE successful with not only kind of going through that choke, but getting onto the side itself.
This wall and pistol is outrageous.
His push just a bit because of
okay, I mean everyone was doing this strat, right? Just a straight up split. You throw the wall over towards here to stop the fast rotate, and then you split over towards B. If they start 3A, which a lot of teams do, into the B's is insanely weak, and they don't normally have the KO to like flash over and support back a site.
Gonna slowly make their way onto lane here.
That's a great shot, by the way. Down, dude. Yeah, I do think the biggest thing about it is raid bossing on pistol.
So quick.
Because raid bossing on pistol is gonna be good.
With that wall down
you need a really selfless player because they're gonna have 150 left to spend.
Because it's gonna just kind of waste so much.
But with an Astra, maybe it makes sense. How much the stars? 100.
Amazing stuff from Kelly S there.
How much the stars? 150 or 100 these days? 150, right?
And
so you could buy a third star and then drop
and
drop the armors.
We're waiting for Famazine to come in.
Whoa.
Just kind of wait in market and not go ahead because they cannot go without their full force. Great stuff.
Oh, you have one that makes it look like your default recon? Nice.
That's a great recon. I love
That's cool.
seeing that. Just to maybe give out a little bit of clearance, but there is a very deep push here from DOS9. That smoke a little.
Okay, well as well they're gonna know this guy's close, right? They went for the fake smoke that drops down and you play close. This should not be getting people. They're pretty on for it.
Yeah, not gonna be able to do that. That triple peak was a bit much to deal with. They got that ultimate orb as well, just to put them a little bit more closer to something that can give it a bit more punch in terms of the space taking. But the way Global Esports is approaching this map is so methodical. But is their engagement that really makes it so exciting? It's so explosive. It's so quick.
Crystal looking to go and set up his duelist once again towards that A site now. The recons, of course, recharge. He's got 3 here.
People stop playing Omen. It's just, I mean, Omen off's a big. The problem with Omen now is that the one way you do afterwards A, like the people use religiously, I would say, on their after plant, is not a thing anymore.
Berserk's only with 10 HP left, but it's Yoka.
Guy's absolutely farming, by the way.
So quick to take up that
Trace
space.
Esports, Coach Mini, go to that channel.
He's not done.
Which one way? Just the one above door, right? This one here. You can't flood through door.
Spots one out, takes a lot of HP. Nova Pulse as well.
Rip Omen mains, yeah. Omen in ranked now, I probably just wouldn't use that.
Entire side, and we're just here.
I don't know why you wouldn't use Clove in ranked these days.
Every time you put it on, you've basically got 75 shield, more or less.
Or Astra, but Astra's a little bit difficult. Dude, 7-0.
Honestly, I think it's honestly been so surprising, Yokam and how he takes up that space. We talked about explosiveness, right? We talked about space taking potential. And the way he does it is that he's able to take out kills and just really get away with it, not punished.
Yep.
Wait, the Chuck didn't actually do any damage.
Come out, and now it's time for the entry for Global.
Yeah, so this is nice. They were 1 away from orb. They had bonus, so he picked up the orb. He threw his gun away, enters over towards site, and we're over towards the site, and we have a deadlock. Boomer probably misplayed this one. So we got deadlock, and we got the brutal trip up as well. It's hard for them to get into sight. They gotta break the wall, they gotta break the trip, and then when they get through that, they got double sonic sensor.
Sensor set up already, but Yokam wants to be that first contact. And on peaks, their head will get blown off here. Boom Esports, delayed by so many utilities. Flash up as well inside, but Udotan Cam to be a little bit more aggressive. No escape. Paranoia's out, doesn't hit anyone quite yet. Yokam
Time is really low.
will be detected.
Keep an eye on the Astra. Astra probably wins this round.
NC Slasher to answer. But they're all stuck in the back house. It's so hard to play this.
Astra
guy.
suck.
For two. One more
Oh, they
person
blocked.
left. Udo-san playing quietly in the corner. He finds the head.
Damn, they
But do get
blocked
use
the Astra. Oh, it was close though.
Wow.
That was really
All
close.
these
0.19.
Not
They
able to take the round
blocked
at
the
3-0, and
Astra
Global
suck
Esports take that
and
bonus.
got half. I thought they might
That
actually
is
do it.
actually crazy. The fact that Yudotan survived there for that long. They killed 2 people backside, and they thought, okay, maybe there's only 2 more there. Yudotan definitely
I'm
has to
surprised
deal
they
with
didn't
one.
see him.
What a huge
Yeah,
skill
no, they
that
didn't
is.
go for it because they killed 2 backside.
I mean,
right
he
there.
tucked in the whole
Of
time. I
course,
just didn't think they thought there were 3 people over there.
The original winner of this round was the fact that
It was
they
really,
just
really close.
kept Patrick in the
Dude,
front
look
line.
at the
His
money.
knives could have been the changing point, of course, but
The
an
money's
interception
so
knife
high.
to him back.
Is this because of the armor, right? They both had the regen armor. They both didn't die. And so they didn't have to buy armor for 2 rounds. And then now they buy and they have 3k and 4k.
More aggressive stance. The wire gets broken already, but this time Famous taking a more proactive, aggressive stance here by the wire.
Oh, they're actually gonna
Shiro's
get
already
ecoed.
gotten 1 head.
Oh, no idea that the Bucky's here, and the Bucky might be good for 2.
Grow by, but he doesn't know that Famazine is still on the extreme close corner here. Famazine could get a little antsy about peeking this angle. He is considering it.
When does the Bucky show?
Here comes a drone to kind of make Patrick feel uncomfortable.
Oh.
He's not been, now
Whoa.
he's been spotted, but here goes the Bucky.
Whoa.
Oh,
What
that
the
is
hell's going on?
disgusting.
Let me just double check. It is
disgusting. The way
okay.
they played that for Boom Esports, that was perfect.
Okay, 1 over towards site as well.
Kelly, yes, he's got other ideas. Quick to find Berserk.
Big duel on site. Oh, they thought the site was clear.
Area, Boom Esports doing a great job of holding down that site, playing on the site itself, not taking these head-on
30
fights
seconds left.
and letting the fights go to them. Crystal here on the front line. Double swing, but
10
not
HP.
happening quite
This guy
yet.
backside
Famous
might
to go
spam him.
down. Crystal 1 HP left.
Whoa.
He still puts in
Oh, and the
that
shock
damage.
missed. He's 10 HP. He's 1v4ing.
Waiting patiently. 1 versus 1. He is-
Holy.
he is so low.
Nice
A
shots though.
thrifty
It's
win from
insane
Boom
damage.
Esports.
Right, we were just speaking about the money.
finally
One is
got 1 point
4,000,
on
one
the
is
board.
3,000, and he manages to take 3 down with him on 10 HP. Well, 2 down with him on 10 HP. First one was
Easy,
normal
of
duel.
course, for Global Esports in this game. And of course, this eco is going to hurt them a little bit, at least. Not economically, but in the fact that they should have won this round. But that mid-hit kind of,
Oh my God, that was really
suffocated,
nice.
Patrick, if he hadn't been left alone there with that outlaw, it's such a deep
You feel about the
position.
outlaw going up
I
mid?
think he would
Yeah,
have been fine because
it's a
the only problem
bonus.
was there with the fact that he
Like, honestly,
had
anything
an
on a
outlaw
bonus
to,
is-
fight off multiple
Anything
angles.
on a bonus, you're kind of like allowed to do.
Now, Global
It's not like you
Esports
can do
once
too
again
much
to
that's
that
really
reset
dumb on a
off.
bonus.
Present here, by the way.
Right?
And
Like the
aggression
stuff
not
that's
coming from
risky,
Famous. He's gotten
out of
a
all the
good
rounds
idea
you're going
that
to do
this
it on,
gonna
that
be
is
a
the round you
lead.
want to do it
All
on.
the way on Speckwalk, and
You have the
Global
worst
Esports
guns,
is
you're
still
just trying to
being
do
dragged by
something a
taking
little
the
bit
B side. The door's been
different.
closed, the
Dude,
wall's been attacked,
Boom have
and
got
the
to
B
stop
side
playing
is now
retake over
exposed
towards B
to
against
the
a
flank.
double Sentinel comp.
I love the fact that Global Esports has managed to really condition Boom Esports that it's going to be a
It was
mid-side hit.
it was anti-eco. Oh
Position
yeah,
by
you're right. It
Global
was
Esports,
anti-eco.
sorry,
No, you're right. Okay, it was
understood
done.
that it's going to be a
Yeah, it was
change in
done.
pace. They were able to get on the site so quickly. Hunter's Fury up
Yeah, they won the
already.
bonus with the
Boom
B
Esports
set.
is gonna find one. Udo-san by Yokam. He puts in the damage, puts in the hurt too to his name. Still, Berserk's gonna get netted
Dude,
here.
he got scanned a lot.
Yes, watching the back of sight.
I mean, you pop deadlock over here, right?
Eventually give them away,
Whoa.
but here comes Annihilation as well.
My
Gonna
goodness,
be
he
able
sniped
to pull
him.
in Famous. He can't go, he can't run. His teammate tries to save him, but you can't do more
Time's
than
kinda
that.
low.
As Berserk's
Astra
putting
sucks
in
still.
the numbers. 3 to his name, but the swing from Crystal, it's so good. Classic in hand. He's buying some time. Berserk
Yeah,
is
I mean, we
so
didn't have the
low
spike.
right
He never
now.
has to
Alright,
swing
it's
on
the
this
face
one.
four to his name, but
Nicely done.
time
Okay,
not
dude, Boom.
on his side,
I mean,
Poppy.
I would just call it
Just
timeout, and all I'm
delays
saying in the
gets to
timeout is, guys,
Four for
don't let
Global
them take a
Esports.
site.
Whatever it is that
Like
they've
they're
been doing, it
the
looks
beginning
so
of the
good right
round
now.
playing
Yeah,
off site.
Biggest win condition once again here being First, the 2 kills from Patrick, and then
especially against
that
the Astra, right?
annihilation from Kelly. Again, it connects at the right place at the right time. Even though the
Like
trade came
it's
in
normally
there,
pretty bad
of
when you
course,
play
they
against
had
this
the
comp
win
and
condition
it's
for
an
the
omen.
very last second.
When you have an
Three
Astra as
layers
well,
of conditions here being
you're gonna have a
established by Global
trip
Esports.
that you got to
The
get
last, of
through.
course, on the
Double
line
shock
being
dart,
copied
double
with
shock
that
sensor,
score
whatever it's called.
and wasting time
Got a
as much as
wall,
possible in a spammable angle as well
and then you
from
got the
Market.
Astra suck once you get through
Really
all of
good
that,
stuff,
and then
playing
duel
different
everyone.
layers of post-plan. Amazing intricacies here being displayed by this GE team. This time, Boom Esports looking for a little aggressive B controllers team. They've sent Shiro forward.
Wait, how have they managed to buy here? Did they eco now? Oh my goodness. That's just the one hero gun, right? Everyone bought last round.
In a bit of a mix.
Oh my goodness. Dude, I'm telling you, mechanically, Udatan is gonna farm next year.
Anyone to challenge him just gets shot in the face. And I'm just quite surprised that they're taking these fights one by one. We've already heard about the reputation that Udotan has.
And then trip for... No, you're pushing for it?
Get
Okay,
3
well.
already to get more space here. Boom
Chill,
Esports.
chill.
It's a bit
I
more
get it,
quiet
but
with
chill.
this corner.
God's sake.
Give him the ace.
That's
He's definitely
through.
gonna be farming if he
Potential
does this
fights
stuff. His
as well,
stats
and
gonna look a little bit
Slasher
crazy, but...
knows he's gonna try at least deny that ace. Eyes on the prize here, open in different area. Chip
Sure.
damage through. Here comes the flash. He moves backwards. And yes, come on now, Kelly!
I mean, he was gonna die.
Kelly!
No, he was gonna die.
You know, Yudo had a really great clip yesterday as well with that rope jump. I'm not
Yeah.
sure if you had a moment to catch it across the tripwire. One of the best plays, I believe, if not.
Wait, I saw it. I saw it.
plays in Impact
As he goes to
history,
spam
even if
his
it's just a
teammate,
show
it's
match. It
so
was
funny.
amazing, a 1v2 clutch. And now with the ace here, he's he's a little disappointed, but it's all right. The team's doing well, and that's all we want to see from them. And a little bit.
Come on,
of
coach,
timeout
get
here. I
involved.
believe this
Tell him
is
to
from Boom
play
Esports. It has to
sites.
be. I think Six Fingers clearly not happy with the fact that the way they've been playing the isolations have been a little
Okay, there we go.
aggressive, especially in this.
This
round.
is
I
a
feel
1 minute
your Berserks, I'm
timeout
sure, should
that
have
needs to
gone
be
for that
5
pick
seconds long.
together instead of kind of going one by one and giving.
Going one
They
by
have
one, yeah.
they have a comp that
Yudotan's
wins
been
after
doing this
plants.
yesterday as
Don't
well,
let
right?
him
He was
get on
kind
side.
of the menace on the B main side every time Global Esports wanted to hit A.
See
Even if when they wanted to
Udotan's
hit
trip
B,
jump
Yudotan's
yesterday.
always
Yeah,
outside
the
of
clip's
B
really good.
every single
He-
round.
he's
Unless,
just
of
great.
course, it's a different execute.
just-
that comes
he's a
in, which
great
is an
pickup.
anomaly. So
He's the best in
he
this
is
team.
Kind of the anchor for the entire.
I have no
mid
doubt
and B
about it.
region, and he's been doing an amazing job at keeping it in his hands. And if you give him free
The
kills
Indian
like this,
Scouser
Leo
with the
Left
tier
opens
1.
up
Thank
every
you,
now and
thank
then,
you.
even if
Appreciate
it
the 4
has been
months.
nerfed to 7,
His
from
locks
6,
still
he
need
is
a
gonna
little bit of
charge it
work,
up really quickly.
but
This,
mechanical.
though, should be an interesting round
He
for Boom
does
Esports.
just
They've
wreck
got
a lot
three
of
big
people.
ultimates right now. 2 are really
And when you have
take-heavy kind
your
of
Cypher
ultimates.
like that,
Of
it's
course,
like the
you've
best
got
thing
KO
ever.
and the Sova. And they've got the Odin out as well this time, so they're hoping that if the B main side is going to be contested, Shiro's going to have a contingency plan. He's already shown his hand there, as DOS9 is going to deny any sort of aim and information except for just breaking that dart.
Take flight.
More aggressive stance this time. No, sorry, excuse me, passive stance. They're not gonna try and challenge Udotan this time.
But they're actually like holding
They're gonna try and
Saints,
push
right?
him out the way
They've
with
got
that
info
drone.
trip over towards
With that
middle,
info, you can
and now
see
they're holding
Famous
Saints.
finally they're taking up that
It's way
space.
better. We even go in aggro, right?
Preparing
We're
for him.
even trying to get early info
Recon as
into
well,
which
no
side they
problem.
go to.
Full
Ump
control
struggles a
pizza
little bit at
already,
taking
but
some kind of
getting
map
onto the
control
side
when
of
you fight
chokehold
for it
could
as
give
well,
a
right? You're
lot of
starting
value
to
for
make
them.
deadlock, use a little bit of util, less util in the after plant. So
Definitely
after
indeed.
this
Look at that
timeout, they're
map.
now
He's
playing
gone
right.
all the way to their spawn.
Problem is,
And Shiro, he's
Global
got no
Esports seem to be
idea.
on top of it, knowing that they're going to play
There is
sites
an
heavy, and
eye. I
they
think
decide
there's
to
a
go
call
over
being
towards
made right
mid, and
now
now
for the Cypher to
now we're
come and
creating
check it out.
pressure over
Berserk's
towards
gonna come
spawn.
and take a look, and he's seen the deadlock wall there. But Yuratan, he's now going to go in for his own
Yeah,
middle.
Oh,
check and see if he
Famous!
gets through.
Oh, that was huge. Understanding
Doing,
that
bros.
it's
Hello,
gonna
mate.
be
How we
a
doing?
curiosity come through, and they were prepped for it. So that was
30
a
seconds
good
left.
set play coming in
TLDR
from
on the
Boom
BBL
Esports.
match, they melted a bit.
Berserk's eyes over in this area, knows there's 2, moves out the way. He's not challenging that. And now back forward here, Yokum. He wants to take blood, he wants to draw it. He puts in the damage onto Berserks. Boom Esports forced onto their own site here, can play inside of the smokes itself. And DOS9, he's so quick to find Kelly. Yes,
Strike down
Boom
A.
Esports, they get 2 to their name, but stuck underneath of hell.
Damn,
But
very
Famous
nice.
in the end has that moment of respite to answer back. Now, Boom Esports this time around gonna find
Much
a
better
bit
now
of
they're actually
value
fighting for
from the
map
timeout.
control. Team V is now
It almost seems
27.
like
Is he
Global
in his
Esports got a
late
little confused about
20s?
where exactly they want to head out. That wall towards A
Let's
seemed like
think.
it's gonna be a B hit. But
21,
unfortunately, the minute they lost
22,
Yuleton towards
23
that
is
B main side, Famous
early.
got 2 there actually.
24,
Instantly the call was made, "Alright, we're gonna
25,
head back. We're gonna go
26
towards
is
A."
mid.
Then they tried and
And then
kind of
27,
improvise on the
28,
strat that they've
29
done
is
before, where they
late.
do
So
that
yeah,
triple split of going from
he's currently
garden
here.
to A heaven and then short as well as
Maps.
A main. Of course, the numbers are a lot too few to maybe execute that, and they were not successful with it because Famazine seems like he's gonna have some worse to say in charge of this game.
Why, is he trying to say he's not in his lane? Is 5 enough with this comp? They probably need a couple more.
Odin shots, man. They're just damaging both of each other. Oh my goodness.
Best form of Valorant ever. And for the moment, I think he's just exchanging pieces of util right now. Global
Wait,
Esports
Udotan?
doing a good. Global Esports
He's
actually
denying
doing
it?
a good job of
What do you
taking
mean?
as much as they can from,
It's split
Global
into
Esports.
threes,
I'm not
isn't it?
sure if they know that Poppy's actually crawled into this corner because the smoke's gone on the
That's
other
a bad
side.
sign. He's
A double
denying his
peeker
age
would
at
be
27.
Poppy?
Only gonna get worse.
Oh, good for one. He's sharp, but
Yeah,
DOS
but you
gonna
take
deny more
down
damage
the
being done.
Astra. That's
Does
just
have
pretty
that regen
big.
shield as well
Yeah,
to
it
get a
got-
little
it's
bit
got the
more of a
regen shield
up
now, so you
again,
can
but it does
actually
have the
tank.
damage that's been done.
Well,
Yet
it would have
Crystal,
been the same. You could tank.
sharp as
too.
ever. To find it, Yokam already on the site, moves out the way. Insane movement to give Crystal a bit of
Dude, the
time.
regen show is gonna be
Just
interesting
get the
because it's
last
like
pick here. Speaking of
When
that
does it get
last
pure
two
value?
members
Ooh,
of
trip
Boom
over towards
Esports
doors,
to
nice.
find out, but call to save from Boom might be the
every time Boom win a round, they lose the next.
From
So every single time they're out here with 1-9 loss bonus and they just have no money.
Slipped, I feel, because he missed
So,
it by just an inch.
like they're looking,
And then Crystal
looking
swung out for the perfect
like it's
timing
gonna be a really
to
rough
get that
half.
kill.
That's
So-
the teamwork, right? That
No,
Poppy
I
was
think
talking about before.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know,
I
teamwork
mean, it's not
is-
really about like just it's those tiny little intricacies is what I like to see here. It's just more of
Someone
like
should make a compilation for Epic Pen when you're not using it for the game. Yeah, I
you know,
just randomly
it's more
draw.
about like what you expect from your teammates. If
So the worst
chemistry is
one's when
good,
I,
how do
like,
you double swing together?
I'm trying to
If
draw
your
something
team is
about the
moving
rounds
this
and
way,
I
you're
just
gonna
picture
move
my own
together
minimap.
as
So then
well.
I'm just
And
drawing
that's what we
like
wanna
stuff
see
on
in
the
terms of
minimap,
that.
and
But
then
speaking of,
if people aren't
teamwork
picturing it
here,
right,
we need
they have
your
no idea what the hell I'm
teamwork
talking
from the
about.
viewers at home to like and subscribe so we're able to build not only a community but also a team of viewers, fans, and everyone that we can
Like and
be
subscribe.
proud of.
Do you know
Speaking of
what?
being proud of,
I'll
Yumi,
do it.
can I ask you
Where
a
is
question?
where are we?
Why is there
There you
like
go.
a police light playing
How about
in
that?
the GE house?
Oh,
Like, what's the
not a
vibe there?
police. It's not a police light. So they've tried to.
You gotta do your
simulate,
part, chat.
The lights that they usually see
Gotta support
on
esports these
the
days.
specific stage. So Juvie
Oh,
is trying
really?
to create as much of a professional BO3 environment as he can. He's got fan sounds playing in the background for them. Trying to maybe get them as much distraction as possible with those lights. as
They
well,
do the
flashing.
GE and then they
Yeah,
walk
that's
behind
the whole
it.
point. That's to give them the
That's
experience of how it is
awesome.
to be on the stage because they have not played an off season on LAN so far. But this time we can talk about it later. Boom Esports went for an aggressive mid take. They did chop off a lot of information from Global Esports, finding out where these players are, but they pushed them back as well. The knife went in deep towards B, and Boom instantly actually kind of relinquished that control towards mid. They're not too.
I wasn't
keen
liked in the
on
sky
keeping
before.
it
They
in their
never said
hands.
on stream.
They're gonna let
Didn't realize I
Global
had
Esports
to.
come back into that cavity, but here goes Famazine
Oh
on the
my
back of a flash,
god! What a
and that
shot!
was amazing mechanics from him.
He just swung out and just
Okay, I'm a little bit
knifed
nervous,
someone in
but
the face.
we'll see.
Did not get punished for it. I mean, other than a bit of damage, but that was incredible to see.
Knife
Now
goes
GE
in,
finds
only hits the
himself
side.
at the
Oh
back
boy.
foot. One player down already. No
Oh
Sova.
boy. I thought it was only gonna hit the
Zero.
Cypher.
Great to buy time.
Wait, the
great
guy at
to
the
deny
back
space
got
and
hit?
put in
That's
a bit of
unfair.
chip damage, but fortunately for GE,
Oh, they put
Well, that's
Astro
fine
into it. They're
anyway.
so wrecked.
you have the cosmic divide come through here and the slasher. What?
They lost lost double eco at the moment.
Totally find their KO as well, and now for Poppy, it's the last man standing. Gotta get that off and just move out the way.
Yeah, really.
Yeah,
good
they
fight
gotta
from Esports here, but I think that
gotta clean up their ecos a little bit on this one. It was hard because they didn't want to go middle last time because they got ecoed for going middle.
But he chose not to pop it, and he got out of the smoke once without having, I think, the call of 1, 2, 3 swing being made. And
About
that
to
kind
run
of,
the gauntlet with the
maybe
stream
got the
today. Oh
team
yeah, it's a long one.
to get
These
the
coach
wrong
did say they
idea
haven't
that
put much
Yuleton's
time into
gonna hold on and
anti-ecos right
then
now.
we're gonna
Yeah,
But yeah,
I think
ladies
that's
and gentlemen,
fair.
of course, We've been playing the
At least
show
they
matches
at
for
least
the
they got
last
the
3
excuse
days.
ready.
We're
We
gonna
like
have
that.
another day come in tomorrow and want to follow that as well. And if you want to be notified about all of that, make sure you like and hit that subscribe button.
Honestly, I think
That's the only way you'll know Global Esports is playing.
it's gonna be weird with
And
shields,
you
but
will
like
be
maybe the
here on
ecos are gonna
time to
happen more
witness
often because I
every
think
single
Stinger
round
got a
possible.
giant buff. No
Coming
one
back
really
into the game once
realizes
again,
that.
Boom Esports looking for that mid bit of pressure. It seems that Flash good enough to keep,
This was a giant
Patrick off his
patch.
mark, but he gets
Like
back to it.
this armor change
Amazing.
is so
He's gonna
interesting.
challenge that again. No, they've left A short completely open for the moment as NC Slasher just hopping around in his spawn for information. Boom Esports playing on the extremities.
Okay, I
right
kind
now.
of
They're
like
gonna
this
let
though, right? They
Global
got
Esports
stuck over
take
towards B main,
good
wrecked
bunch of the
by
map
KO
right now,
Util.
and they're gonna actually aggress on
And then now they realize that they have to
Poppy, I
take over
believe he
towards
was
middle.
spotted.
When you see this
He's gonna
insta
hold
push
on to
here, they
the
should
second,
probably
but
be
no,
making
it's
some
fine.
space on short. No one's gonna insta push when
Boom
they
actually
have
confused because
someone fighting short.
Global actually
Yeah, there we
haven't
go.
given them any piece of information whatsoever, except for this one little peek.
Oh, they might have done good here.
Trying this push and pull method, I think, from Boom Esports. One side aggressive, more passive toward B side. But Poppy is doing a good
Oh,
job.
recon went in, but he was in the wall to dodge it.
Time to find Shiro. Yoka already from tree itself. Spots one in the corner. Dawson can't do
Good shot.
anything. But NC Slasher, he's ready as ever. Buy some time with that fragment.
This guy's so
Famous
dead.
wants to find the time here.
Oh,
Poppy
it's around the
runs for his
corner.
life, trying
He's
to
owned it
lead
there
with
in
his
the B.
teammates, but unfortunately his timing not that right. But unfortunately for him, Poppy was ready.
25 seconds. I
Heard
mean,
that tailwind as
this guy can
Berserk's
win.
on side itself.
Guy can for
They
sure
deny
win.
Udo
Oh, he
Tan
goes
any
he
more
goes
space
aggro.
here.
Wait, where are you going?
Yeah, but they're crawling into the B side. That one-way cage is gonna hold them.
I mean, they're
off
not
for a
gonna
couple
expect
more
him, man.
30 seconds.
But Poppy and Crystal, did they check this corner?
Berserk.
Spike down.
As sharp as
Yeah, you
ever,
got time, man. Just run him. You're
Poppy
good.
has to skedaddle onto the side as well.
Oh my god, he's got the trip.
He's
That
been
was a god hold.
tagged.
He did great. The
Berserk has
reposition
done
was
a
pretty
good
awesome, to be
job
fair.
of denying that plant, but still, Yokam gonna be able to walk away with at least the consolation prize of a kill.
Man,
Yeah, they're giving it. I mean, he's gonna be a little bit gutted with that
I
one.
felt like this
I
could've
think when the
come
jet was over
into
towards
play
site,
the last
they
2
didn't
or
need to
3
go
days.
back. But
It
it was like
didn't
a
because of
weird
one
one,
day
right?
of the
Where
Freighter,
this
them
kill
running down that
happened.
clock in
This kill
the
happened
hopes
over
of the
towards
fact
B.
that Boom
So then the
Esports or
Cypher's
any
calling
team
him back
better.
B because
We
he's
just
killed the
kind of,
rotate that was
boiled
going
down
towards
their
A. So I
utility.
think that A is
Boom
gonna be
did
heavier
it. They did
stacked.
give out so much
But then the
util.
Jets already
They,
sent it and got a
pushed up
kill.
towards
And we
A
got
main, they
and there's no
dropped
trade,
multiple
so you know the
smokes.
site's
Flashes were being
empty.
committed by the KO
And
as
then they
well
got
as the
someone
Omen.
over towards
And
here,
overall,
and
it
they
seemed
had this
like
person
Global
locked
Esports had
in. So
control
it
of
should
map
be
because they
like you
didn't commit
hold and then go back to A.
anything
Because the
anywhere except for
Cypher's
Yudokan's
called to
little
go back
peek
to
on
B, they're
B
kind of sticking
even
with the
after
Cypher
getting the
call.
first few picks,
It's like one
the
of those where someone
confusion
needs to
started to
override
rise, the
someone.
fact that where should we go?
Always.
Should we go A short?
Like
We
I
gotta
can
pick
see
on
why
A.
it ended
We
up
gotta
hard.
pick on B. We had to push on A main. We've
Like that's
taken
one of
care
those
of it.
ones
Both
where
the
they
players
both
are
think that
dead.
both sites are
And
the place to
already, by the
go.
way, Patrick, who was in heaven,
But then the coach
on
kind
the
of
A
has to
site,
pick.
But then the remaining 2 players were closer to B. They had 20 seconds left, and they're like, okay, you know what? We're gonna have to commit it. We don't have time
The
to rotate all
IGL
the way
even
and
has
play
to
with
pick.
Patrick. So Patrick's gonna have to join us later. Unfortunately for them, that one little tripwire and the hold off of Berserk to
Radiant
make
Asia
sure that the
Invitational
B
Goal,
side is not gonna be
BCT
completely
production, dude.
forgiven.
Any event in China
allowed
is
Global
just
Esports to win
insane in
this round.
Valorant. I swear.
And it's gonna
It
be
is in
a
China,
hard pill
right?
to swallow that Global Esports lost this round because they
I
had
said that,
everything
and
in
I'm
their
just
hands.
like,
They had man
yeah, no,
advantage
it
as
is.
well, but in the end, the time ended up being their biggest enemy.
Streaming until we're going all the way, dude. We're watching like non-stop games today.
Ops. The hands of our two duelists here. Curious to see how this goes here. The positions are from tree, one from top mid. No peaks quite yet. Crystal. Peaks long, it might be in trouble.
When you did practice
Position
like
off
this
the
with
off-loaded
Liquid, did you
already.
have white noise
Let's
buds?
try and move him out the way here.
Not
have
really.
smokes.
Like
We have
when we went
also
to the fast
Aldrin as
LAN,
well. Spots nothing onto a
like we
pizza.
didn't know that that was the sound setup they had, right? So we were practicing for like a year without even knowing that that was like the setup that they wanted to have.
He does have a line of sight on
But then we
Dawes, if
did
it
we
all-
did
Yep,
start
the
talking
spot
about the fact
comes
we need to
through.
stop playing with
And
inners.
the
Like
smoke
as soon
is
as we
gonna
saw
be,
it,
of
because you want to
course,
replicate.
cause and effect
I
on
mean,
the behind of that point
I don't really
in
care
their
about
mission.
regional stuff. I only
Boomy's
cared about
not really
lands.
too keen on making any rotations just yet. NC Flasher, now he finally makes his move. He's going to join up Famazine towards
That's
that
what you
short
wanna
range
aim
with
for.
Crystal. It seems like his
I'm worried that they're
Recon's
playing
gonna have
retake
to
over
wait for a
towards
couple
site
more
again.
seconds because his teammates have been suppressed of their abilities. It's going to have to be Patrick to make this first contact happen because if he doesn't find a pick with that up, it's going to have to be exchanged for him to run into the site.
AO floods into side, Omen
net.
flash to make sure they can't get in.
Anyone does clear that corner. Oh, finds NC
Whoa.
Slasher now. He finds
Ah.
Welcome on top. Choppy as well. Been tagged already from Hunter's Fury. So
He was
gets
stuck
cleared.
crouched because of the
Round
grav
nine.
net, but it kind of owned
Gonna
it
move
for
out the
him.
way onto safety
I'm not
of
sure he
Heaven.
would have stuck out in the open
Famous.
crouch, open crouch.
Still in front.
One enemy
And Crystal stood no chance. Boom Esports completely really
Honestly,
dominate this time
Getting
around. Catching up
alright.
despite that huge lead made by
round in the
Global
half.
Esports
Back on
earlier.
the watch party grind even
Yeah,
off season.
the
Yeah,
read
dude,
was
this
perfect
whole
timed. I
week
wouldn't
is
say that
stacked.
it was Global
This week is
Esports who
really,
had
really
control of
stacked.
that game. They felt like they did almost at a time because they were playing really slow. They let control of B completely
Cypher not
given
really
up,
that big. Pretty big in
and
pro
Boom were
play,
not
yeah.
too keen on pushing it. It just depended on NC Slasher's knife. The minute he got that first knife down towards A main, it slowed the attack.
It
of
doesn't
Global
change much
Esports
in
because they were
in
ready to
ranked.
jump in. 7 seconds
Maybe at like
went
the
by,
highest
that gave
level of
so
ranked.
much time
How
for
many
the
people
rest
are
of
actually
the
buying
teammates
this
of
armor?
Boom
Dude, we're getting a
Esports to
fair
just kind of
amount. People
coming
are just trying
closer
it
towards
out.
A short, and then in the end, it was just a game of rallying between A main and whether or not they would
EMEA
pop
doesn't
onto
really
the
have any
smoke.
off-season
And once
events,
again,
no.
Global Esports trying to redo
But like the
that
EMEA
A
teams are
hit,
just
this
flying
time
out to
with a
these
little
other
more
events.
success. That little trip has been detected as Famazine prepares for the first shot.
Whoa, he insta swing with the drone. That was
Famous.
crazy. Crazy, but kind of
Lucky
cool.
to be able to survive with his life. Explosive as ever, Global Esports. Little 10 pound already, but
Yeah, I had to just go a little bit left.
Sharp as ever. Annihilation. Not gonna get anyone. Barely misses actually. The door will be closed. A nice bit more space for Boom Esports. Smokes all around as well. Off shots just to give an idea that for Boom Esports, any peaks means the head.
I mean, the Omen flash at the moment is going to hit both.
Paranoia set up already.
Ready to hit all
Scatter
three,
the
right?
members of Global Esports, but not
Big
fast
Joe
enough.
here.
Boom Esports took too much time to commit here. He'll come from the corner. Moves out the way. 54 HP left. Gonna have to find a high-low set up alongside Heaven, but Kelly
Damn.
as well to find what is it.
Lost bullet.
Poppy, sharp.
Whoa.
Bobs with glass.
As if they win it. I don't know how they won it. They all tanked the Omen flash, but then people didn't like fully send it after the Omen flash.
And he's making waves in Global Esports.
That's outrageous that he won this.
Yeah, the Clutch King once again strikes.
Oh, wait, honestly,
recon
I'm not even
was
sure he could dodge that
absolutely
recon. That might have been the
beautiful
best recon
from,
ever. It was like
Boom
perfect for the
Esports to
cage that he
cover
did.
off no matter any angle, even that cage. Yutatan's just
Yeah,
trying to
they just
protect
didn't
himself
flood in with that
between two
Omen
thin
flash.
lines
It's like the main
of
issue
a
here.
Cypher cage. He just couldn't, and in the end, it had to be, of course, Poppy under Heaven. That double, it's really great that his teammate there could pull up at least one.
You
kill
did a
before
super
leaving,
chat? Wait,
that
did I miss
round, because
super
if it had
chat?
been
Oh yeah, here we
3-1
go.
Poppy, I
Owen,
don't think
thank
he
you so
would have
much,
been able to
Owen,
find
with the
that one because
$5.
bullets were
Appreciate
just
that.
running out of his,
Frost said
magazines
Jaw
with
is the
both
best
weapons.
duelist in terms of
And it was the
mastery
last
of
burst
the
that he
role.
could have found from the
Who do you
classic
think is
6
the
plus
best
round. Once again,
per
Global
role, not in
Esports
terms of talent, but
Clutch
mastery?
Masters showing how they can just keep
Interesting.
their team in contention of any round, no matter
Kokomo
what
is the
it
best duelist in
whether
terms
it's
of mastery
Crystal
of the
or
role.
Poppy.
I mean, I think that's fair
Their
if you
team
look
in
at
front
some
once
of
again.
the agents
5-7
that he's
as the
got
half
good
has
at.
now switched, and we are
Smokes
gonna be
is hard
heading
because no one's
for Boom
consistently
Esports
been good
now
at
to have a
smokes.
quiet start to the game. Extreme commitment towards that ace site in terms of
Who's
spike
like
site.
the
Seems like
who's
rotation's
who's
gonna
the
be towards
who's
that
been
way.
the most
While
consistent
the
like
Berserk Hero
sentinel
here just kind of
with all the nerfs
exhaust any of
and all the
Global Esports'
changes?
util. Crystal ready with that Cypher, forgive me, with the recon, but he's not gonna
There's
fire
more
it
like
just yet.
consistency,
Gonna wait for
right?
any
Because
sort of,
he's saying Jogamo's the best
physical
because he looks like
contact of
incredible on
bodies,
Neon, but you also look at his
whereas
Raze and he's one of the
Joe's
best, and then you look at his
towards
Jed and he's
again,
one of the
fake
best.
off the fact
He's talking
that
about
this
like
could be a beast.
consistency over the nerfs and different agents.
Could be, would be.
A hard question.
It's about trying to figure out where
Benji,
exactly
we've only
to
really
go,
seen
right?
Benji
You
for a
see
little
the
bit.
Spike slowly making their way
Less.
toward A. You have
Okay, less is less is the
Yotan
one for
on
Sentinel.
one side already, Yokam on the other, Poppy here, waiting for the right time. And we actually mentioned
A lot of
that
Viper
Esports
there,
is one
but-
of those teams that are super explosive. And that's exactly what we thought. Famous walks up, shoots someone in the face, but Poppy tries to answer, can't survive more than that here. Urotan plays these angles to perfection.
Whoa.
A single pixel out of
Nice shot.
shots place, will be his downfall. As Shiro to answer. Now, Crystal.
With that first shot hit and then nothing else
Deny
hit.
that plant. Shouldn't be having a
Palmer
problem
crouched.
too, Kelly S. Trying to take a little bit more space
Oh, this
here.
was nice though.
Berserk's knocked down already. Kelly S with only 15 HP does fall.
Wait,
Down to
look at
Crystal,
dude,
but
Shiro's got
Shiro
some
is the one, the
confidence as
IGL
well.
that will frag, and he is the one that comes up on top.
You vote Sugetsu?
Yeah, pretty similar to how Global
Just 'cause
Esports
Les
played
hasn't
their
played
round. Yeah,
much
because Boom Esports,
Cypher.
They went towards B, gave a little bit of a touch and peek. But they didn't really.
Dude, it's a pretty cool question.
Sent a drone towards
I guess it goes back
try
to
and
like
fake
that
it out
grid
as a
thing that
peek.
you guys were
Global
doing on
Esports
Reddit.
didn't really bite into that little piece of cake, but because they still had two players sitting on site. But that burst out with a number of flashes that they could provide. The paranoia on generator,
Nats.
then the KO flash.
Nats was good on Chamber,
Just
good on
absolutely
Cypher,
suffocated,
play
Patrick from doing
Killjoy,
anything, and Poppy
good on
was really
Viper.
for one there. Once again, this time around.
The
Really quick
next
on
the
move.
next
It's
score
Esports.
isn't too
It's going free,
crazy.
A site,
It's
they
the
go
shame
Esports.
about the
They've
last
done
2
this time and time
years.
again where they've committed on the opposite side. Yeah, you know, most of their stacks haven't been that successful. But when they come on the retake
Spike
from
planted.
these stacks, they actually deal a lot of damage. So I'm excited to see what they've got in store here.
Initiator Leo. Yeah, the initiator is easy because it is
So,
Leo.
Urutan is
And Leo
very,
literally
very
doesn't give
aware
up
that
his
there's
death,
only
and that's
one
like what you
player
want from the
lurking in
initiator.
this mid area here. Not too sure if the timing is right. Both of them not looking to the mid area as well. So lurks will be denied. There we go, Urutan. Moves out the way. Oh my god!
This guy's a
How did he
beast.
do that?
He's a great
On
shot.
top of that, and
Well,
up
keep on
as
his
well
POVs.
with
He's
the
not
gun.
giving it.
Now on the side already
He's
here.
giving it.
Famous. Gonna play a little bit more back. Fortunately, will go down here. Anti-slasher and DOS. Now you're gonna find one each. Anti-slasher, he puts some damage. More done already. Boomies were completely
They made him get
annihilated
an omen all
despite
early.
the heroics from Urutan at mid.
Yeah. Well, they still will get away with most of their
Leo with the
weaponry, so
flash
that's gonna be good
initiator,
for,
true.
Boom Esports.
Yeah, it's a hard question. No one's
Not
like
gonna
a.
lose out on too much, and now they've
You
equaled
don't.
up the
I think it kind of
rounds
speaks
as well.
volumes to the fact
7
it's
to
so
7,
hard
and
to be
Global Esports had their
consistent through
first
so
buy
many
round.
patches.
What a shot from
There's a lot of
Urutan
people that
here.
have like fallen off.
Amazing.
Like a lot of the
But-
names you guys are saying is just
Yeah,
all like
insane.
recency bias, right? Because of
Now we're gonna focus upon what's gonna
the
be
last
happening
year.
in this round. We've got an Odin in place, and Chris.
again, even Jorgamo's
he's
maybe
not
a little bit
afraid to
recency
fire
bias,
that
but it's still like
weapon
2
for
years, I
days on
guess.
end to keep
like this.
control
Sassy?
of this B side. He's gonna push up
Interesting.
Patrick as well.
Oh, that's massive! Yoka with Urutan, that's
Whoa.
the power of friendship. I'll tell you, wall bangs through. But
Hold
it's
up,
gonna Zerx to
this
come
could
up
actually
on
go
top here.
wrong.
DOS 9, Hoppy, sharp as ever.
Oh man,
Answers back
that
with
fake
a-
smoke just owned
Spike
him.
down A.
Almost gonna catch up. This round has been incredibly
Chronicle.
fast. Now Berserk's left all to his lonesome here. Yokam eyes on
XD just
him.
plays everything.
Knows he's there.
I mean,
Walks
Chronicle is probably
straight
just the
into
best
his
flex,
crosshair.
right? Proven.
Now they're up to 8. You know,
Him
I'm
off
kind of
Forsaken.
surprised at how close this game is, Universe.
It's not just that, right? I'm gonna point out something here really similar. Boom and Global have a very similar playstyle. If you could notice the fact that they've got 3 on B with a spike with another person on A, they were waiting for the contact on B so that they can push up on A and give them more pressure. That's
Ethan?
exactly what Global
Ethan's
Esports
pretty
do
good
as well
flex.
on their attacking side. They go as a triple to give off a big sounding attack on one side of the map and then push and pull on the other side to kind of make them feel uncomfortable.
Forsaken
But Global Esports
underperforms
countered
at
that
every LAN.
perfectly,
Wait,
read it, went
didn't
on
he?
their own
Wasn't
aggressive
he the
push,
only one
knowing that
fragging at
they've
the
got
first LAN this
multiple
year?
people who can frag out and just put the pressure back on Boom Esports. Once again, to try that, they're going towards the site. Udatan's been pushed off his mark. He goes down to 56, but does have the Regen shield. So he's got 25 HP more on that shield back on him. And
days.
Yokam
We were
finally
the
out
bait of the
first
camera
destroy him.
actually. Dude, the tunnel vision was so hard
I'm
for that. That
loving
was
this
crazy.
dynamic they have, you know? When one of them peeks out,
But
the other,
that's kind of
the other
nice
just
though.
waits behind.
Little
Famous
micro
inside
setup where you're
already,
trying to
that
spam the
Faroya
camera
just
through
keep giving this, but
the.
there's 3 they're waiting
the
for him.
ceiling.
Crystal has not put down that gun for quite some time. The Odin. They get the plant.
Udatan on the flank here should be
All
really
fall over
good.
heaven.
Okay, and do you know what's gonna work well? They're like
Knives and fractures
getting
as well
hit
to buy
by
some time.
the.
Yoka
They're getting hit
forced
by the
back here.
knife. Oh,
It's
whoa,
quite a
chill.
lot of damage as Shiro puts in the pain from hell. Not done quite yet
They
here.
smoked him off though. Yeah, he's just gonna walk through
In a
it.
very dangerous angle here.
Did he make sound?
We have a lot of utility come through here. Draws
They
back
are
to fall, at least
beyond
gets
on
one
top of the
disdain.
fact that he's
But
going
from
through
main
it.
as well, as the Flash has marked that area.
Interesting,
the
dude.
Flash
I'm
is
not.
so
Boom
good
should
right
not
now
be
in
winning
Boom
this round. This is
Esports.
a
They are here to
3v5.
play.
We've got 4 heaven and 1 going behind, and they lost. They were super aware of this guy behind, and I missed whatever it was. Maybe he ran.
Had lost a couple of players in obscure positions.
This guy on
Famous
Heaven
went
got
too deep on
tanked.
the behind of that flash, thinking he could get away with at least one there, but found nothing. But in the end, it had to be Slasher and
The
Shiro
smoke
to
off on
close out
A
the
main,
round. The
I
backbone of
get
Boom
the
Esports
idea.
currently
Like you're trying to
holding
make sure
strong,
that they
keeping
don't know
it
about A main,
level-headed.
but I feel like he made a
8-8,
footstep, so
and
it just
Boom
owned
Esports
him.
Now looking for an aggressive A hit, it seems. Smoke goes out towards
He's
mid,
been
but Knight's
flanked
gonna come in
back
early as well.
before.
Always looking
Yeah,
for
it
a
might have
quick
been that. But dude, there were
Once again,
2
Patrick
people
pushes
looking.
up
That's why I'm
towards
like
B.
they
He's alone
100%
there,
knew.
but the
It wasn't like a
Kingdom
they
is
might
getting
be.
in
It
more
was like
information.
100%.
Gives out a bit of pressure, saying, yeah,
So then
we're
the
here, we're
smoke just
present.
owned him.
Fires a couple of stray bullets, but A main is going to be where Boom Esports' all attention is not going to die for it.
Deploying drone.
Drone comes out here.
Boy.
Hunter's Fury as well. Crystal quick to answer. Look at the amount
Ooh.
of damage he's put in one of the players
Yeah,
for
he tried to.
Boom
It
Esports
was
there.
Omen, right? He's trying to get the
Last
Omen
nine.
TP in.
Rendered quite low already in this one-way smoke. Gonna try and wait it out, and as soon as the smoke falls, they have a flash, and there's another wall to
Whose
deal
map
with as
pick is
well.
this? GE picked
Boom
this map.
Esports. That A side is almost like a safe. Incredibly hard to break into. But all eyes onto mid area here. Hirokam. I suspect there's gonna be one player playing to it. Here it might be
Okay,
Berserks. That
I
Cage
know
has been letting
they
him
don't
sort
have
of,
the
like,
best
roam
guns on
around the area
everyone,
without
but
being seen. But
3
Kelly
people
S
here.
is gonna be quickly throwing
Okay, they knife hit
Sunny
2.
Tully out, but Famous
They know
gonna
there's
quickly
2 on
find his
site.
head. Anti-slasher as well. Crystal.
Boom, they're
Trying
kind
to
of
get
on
some headshots
roll.
through the smokes. Couple of pot shots, nothing more. Yokam's timing could be massive, but it's Berserks. I'm not sure how he got the timing right.
He got
Not
it.
done quite yet.
absolutely Perfect.
One enemy
Look at
remaining.
here. Berserk's playing so carefully. Crystal
Jesus,
fighting.
Jesus.
Crystal, what is that?
What is that? Oh, the second, third kill was crazy.
On the
Oh
top
my
side
god, he
area,
got that
he's gone
one.
for, but anti-slasher, Boom Esports, the power of friendship
Crystal's had 2
behind.
rounds now where he's nearly
But
1v
Crystal,
1v
what on
X
earth
or
happened
like 1v.
there?
I think
Just
that
look at
one was a
this.
1v4, one was gonna be a 1v5, and he
I'm
just
gonna
goes
enjoy
down
watching
at the
this
last.
again. The 1, the 2,
my
the 3.
God.
Yeah, I can't believe he got the 4th here as well.
A nightmarish 4th and a 5th that just could not be
Damn.
attained, and that's gonna call.
Second,
That
third
timeout
kill
is
was nuts.
Yeah. They really needed that timeout. I mean, despite the heroics from Crystal, right? It felt like everything was falling apart here. It felt like, you know, the Boom Esports. I mean, again,
Owen,
when
thank
we
you
talk
for
about
the
beginning of the game,
thank you for
Boom
the
Esports have
$5
always
though.
been a
It was a
team
good
that kinda
question.
warms up a bit
It
later,
got us
right? They
got
typically
us
fight
thinking for a
5,
lot of it.
6 rounds,
I'm
but
honestly
once
not sure
they're
what's the
hot,
issue,
they're
Owen.
hot.
It's
And
like
we're
one of those that
starting
you'd have
see
to like
that.
look back
And
on.
Boom East and Global
I
Esports
feel like
are
you need
starting to
some
struggle.
rules as well of like
There
how
is
many
one
years
thing
you're looking
that,
back.
You know, is pretty evident about this.
Because if you're only
Esports
looking back
map,
like
of course,
2
they have
years,
no
then
flashes, right? So
a little
on
bit
the
easier.
flip side of it, they depend on that deadlock utility to hold off these angles as much as they
flashing
can.
lights are so funny,
because
yeah.
The flash.
The flashing
coming
lights
in
are
means that
funny.
the team's gonna
But again,
rush
I
in
think it's good.
instantly.
Try get
So
him used to
the,
this LAN and stuff
grenade
like
that
that.
they've got to make the player sit down holds them off. The stuns hold them off, and that's exactly why.
Why is there
Kelly S,
strobe lighting?
the minute he threw that
Could never
the flash
focus?
came in
That's
to
the
take
whole point.
paranoia, he threw the grenade to cover off
He's doing it because when you get to LAN, there's like loads of flashing lights as well.
Splits coming in, and he's got a stun there, ready to take on that fight if it comes.
It would be a great plat chat member question. Yeah, actually would.
He couldn't win that fight.
You're right.
Famazine got him
Okay.
just a second before he was
2 of the new
phased off,
armors coming
and
out.
that's what's given Boom Esports the advantage. So Global Esports need to be a little bit more careful about these.
I think what they're
aggressive
doing is a
angles
good
that they play,
mix.
because
We have like
Juvenile
people with
had
heavy
mentioned it
armor,
multiple
some with
times
heavy
that he does
armor, and
not
then some
believe
with the
in
light
retakes
armor, the
as much,
regens.
because his squad
But then you're
is
deterring them
playing
from using an
anything
outlaw.
that depends solely and a lot more on the fact that
Then
they
it should
just
never
hold
be
the
any of the
sights
people
down.
that
They
are
don't let
taking
the
first
opponents come anywhere
contact.
close. Because retake, they don't have that much utility in terms of how they can come back into a
And then
site.
it should always be the people staying alive so they don't have to rebuy armor. So it's like always your
Now
initiator.
coming here, Kelly S gonna go aggressive here. One headshot is all he needs.
Oh,
Plays
this was
perfectly.
this is sick though. This is a good push. Guns down, and they decide to push through middle. Why is everyone pushing through middle against Ecos?
So much space here, but it's gonna be famous to put
But
in the
Global
numbers.
messed up their
Two
money,
to
right?
his
And then he
name
called a
already.
timeout
After
to sort out the
5
money.
to 1, checking around. Now, Global Esports coming in through mid side.
GE
Slasher the knife.
have been working. They got a couple of little micro setups they've been working on that are nice.
But still, not impossible. Famous. One peek is all he needs here. Kelly S moves out the way. On the side already, the window broken means that sound cues they can work with, but Udotan will be completely obliterated. A recon up forward here, Crystal. Guardian in hand. But for Boom Esports, they're okay to give up that space on Heaven. In fact,
Not-
Famous
not
will
this
go for
again.
a double dip. Waiting up top.
Oh,
here,
that
only
was
2,
nice.
But he's good for 1.
Well, that's
Can
really
go for
cool,
more.
though.
Crystal putting up numbers. Heavy hitter, last round. Insane shots, insane plays, but time.
Yeah,
this time not
Smoke's
on his
Smoke's
side.
about to go. He throw the
Does
Omen
nice
flash.
hit.
You got someone
Well, he
above
does
already.
quickly end the
That was
game for
cool.
you. And they hit a 10, sorry, 10 for Boom Esports.
Yeah, Boom Esports playing really well in these last couple of rounds. The set plays have been amazing. The flash, executes have been on point. The split timings and everybody just kind of the way they're,
Ascent,
positioning themselves.
yeah,
for
it
this
does- dude, it
fight
doesn't
has
last
been
next year.
immaculately good.
It gets
And I
taken out
really
next
feel
year,
like Global
surely.
Esports are feeling the pressure in the sense that they are not.
People
able to
thought it
hold
wasn't
off
gonna
these
last
angles
this
that
year,
they
but-
previously did against Rare Atom, because Boom are finding the openings on places where Global Esports thought that these flashes would not affect them as much. but that paranoia from DOS9 has been
Is
absolutely
the GE comp
paramount to their
viable
success
on
so far.
defense?
At
I
least
mean,
the
yeah,
last
it should
4
be.
rounds out of
The issue
6
is,
have been
I mean, the
because
issue is literally A, right?
has gotten
Because
that
you
beautiful
gotta
flash
think
that's given
like
every
a
single
lot of the
Chinese
changes they
team
made at the moment. You
opportunity to
got
kind of
KO,
shoot
you
aside
got
really quickly.
Omen, right? They're the two that are out that you've switched. Everything else is like really normal.
Boom
So
Esports.
server locks down B. The server's kind of
All
fine
eyes on
over
B
towards
main
B, so
here.
it
I
doesn't
think
change
that's
too much in terms
super
of B.
rare.
But over towards
There's
A, you
gonna
don't
be
have the knife to
Yokam,
stop them
or at
doing
least
good
one
XX
member
over towards A. You
of,
also don't have the
of
Omen
Global
flash to
Esports
like
a little bit more
like
aggressive.
hard stop them
Heats, they go down.
like
Berserks will be
actually
the first
XXing the
victim.
site.
Oh,
So you
but
lost your
Esports
double
have Famous
your
also
double
with an
agents
up
that
in
stop
hand, but
like
it's
people just sending it into
Yokam
A.
to come up on
So
top here.
you gotta find
He
a way
went
of
for double
just
dips and still
stopping
won it.
A.
Come on, hello?
That's what he does, it seems.
Yeah,
So
and
Nine
honestly, I
has
feel
taken
like
the
Boom after
opportunity
this are
of
just
that
gonna go back
little,
to hitting A.
discouragement of his team to move in towards A, and that's the rest of his team coming in as well from short. Shiro's been spotted, and so has another.
It's
There
their
goes
mid as
Paranoia,
well.
and he's
Yeah, I
tagged
mean,
as well.
last round for
And it's
them
all
mid.
onto Crystal and Yuratana
Crystal.
to save this site.
Unotan already here. That he sprays is so good. Unotan playing off of each other is just massive here. Having your teammate become a distraction while you just slowly make your way onto site. Poppy! It's
Do you
just
think
so
Focus
on
is
point
getting
with
stomped
what we can
today?
expect in terms of
Nah, they'll be
teamwork,
able
in
to
terms
do it
of how
right.
to play together with
Maybe
their
not
friends
against
here.
Heretics, but they'll be
Global
able to do it
Esports
right.
this time seem to have it down pat.
Yeah, of course. Once again, the fact that they took out the operator in this round suggested
Best
a
of ones
great,
as well.
you
Like
know,
perfect for a team that wants to
clearance towards
upset.
that B site, and no utility committed by Boom, by the way, to actually get information.
Focus going to
They
today
just
with just
dry
nothing to lose.
swung that, B main side, and of
Incredible.
course,
A whole
with the
tournament
why wouldn't he come
where you're
back
playing
for a second
against
after a successful
teams that are meant
first?
to beat you
It
and
is
it's best of
Patrick.
ones.
He's
Just a
really
win-win
antsy,
day.
and he does love his aggressive peaks, but it
Yeah,
seems
see,
like
we
Boom
just
are
go back to
becoming
AXX,
so much
right? Because they can't hold A because they're comp.
This is a very, very quick take. Hunter's Fury as well used. A Poppy from the death to hell. 2-1. But Kelly's as well. But DOS9, he does DOS9 things with that Sheriff. 2
Oh,
to his name.
oh.
Unotan from Heaven's
Uh-oh.
side as well. We'll try to wallbang. DOS9 can't win it in the end.
Holy.
Sheriff by one.
Jesus, got close
What
though.
were those shots? 2 quick knives to the face. to
Yeah, they
save
pretty
the
much lined
round.
up for him. It was
And
nice
they
though.
hit a 10 Global Esports.
But
Very
considering
good
this
play.
was like a really low eco,
Yeah,
this
absolutely. A
was
little
close.
bit of a contingency
Damn it.
plan here was put into place. The fact that Patrick had to come in and take out the knives and just go for a hero play here. But I feel like the one and only problem that Global Esports has was a little bit of a miscommunication.
Why is it not just
on
hitting
site,
A
the players
again?
who were there.
Like I would be
Kelly
looking at that
and,
round. I
Kelly
would be looking at
kind
all
of
the
in
rounds so
different
far. I'd be
positions
like,
where
well,
exactly he's been found to refund
every
that
round on
as
A has been
well.
easy.
And then they
We just
couldn't
nearly
support
won a
each other.
round
They had
with
to fight their own battles, and that
nothing.
put them off guard. And that's why they had to rely on
It's
Yoko
kind of
to
what
come
GE are
out.
thinking though as well.
Now, Boom Esports have
Got
let
camera
Global
to
Esports
watch
come a
middle.
little too
We've got one
close.
person set up
10
here
and
with just
10.
all the
It's
trips
up
though.
to who wins this one particular
So it
round,
might be an
and could
anti.
settle the game
Yeah,
right here, or
okay,
at
it
least
is
give match a
anti-KO.
point. They're gonna take in mid this time, Boom Esports, crawling in slow. Did commit a couple of flashes. Smoke's gonna go in deep, and it seems that the game plan's changed. Crystal gonna spot out 2, actually 3.
Is this in the new patch?
He
Yeah.
heard 3 bullets being fired, and that's a lot of information for Global Esports, as they actually right now have a stack on that A side. And look at the utility surrounding Patrick on that B side.
So in mid area here, Berserk's making quite a ruckus.
It's gonna be
here.
shooting up for a
Yes.
while.
Position himself in a little
Oh,
bit
we
more
got Trip Cage
contested
out,
area.
and then so you know the Scythe
So
is probably
much
over
utility
towards A now because you got
Pushed out,
KO.
broken already. Time dwindling down here. Boom Esports needs to make
Okay,
a pick onto a side and
4
fast.
people here. 4 people here. They're gonna Omen flash dash over towards
30
short.
seconds
I
left.
mean GE should be fine. They got so many people. They're not gonna have any util, but
They attack.
Here we go. Already on the side, Famous for 1, Shiro for 1 more. A perfect execution.
No kills
for her
here,
as
that sounds
well.
about right.
Crystal, as well as the rest of Global Esports, not able to
yeah,
handle
sure.
how overwhelming the firepower is. Leaving Yokam all alone here. His position will be noted with that trip as well. He breaks it. They're going for a hunt here. Only an up in hand. His location has
I mean,
been
they
revealed
should
as
have been a
well.
lot better
Has
off.
to move
I
out the
don't
way.
think their
That camera
positioning
has
was
been a
like
thorn
great.
inside. And he's getting crunched from
It's
2
not like the
different
most
angles.
crossfires.
Goes for 1, but here comes Famous as he gets 3.
It was a site where we had the stack, man. I could have expected. All of us were probably expecting them to hold on to this, but they.
Yeah, it's true though. The cost is right.
It was absolute chaos because the way.
But they have to hold someone short. They didn't really have like good.
And of course,
like, was this a higher lower or this was like a higher lower, but no one's dueling the same site. Like, and I wonder if they ate like a KO flash or something.
Did deploy the gravity wall to stop that push from A main, but unfortunately for him, most of the attack came in from short. Kelly S wasn't prepared for it. He thought that A main's gonna be the point of contact, and exactly why Global Esports just kind of crumbled down from that A short attack.
Look at that. God, I have so much information.
It's a nice trade though.
Yokum,
Regen armor might save him.
Be punished at least, but
Not saving him. Honestly, the heavy pen guns with the crouch net, if you do them right, especially because it's through walls, is really
Recon
strong.
will be broken. The rest of Global Esports positions themselves onto mid-side area here. Shiro, not too sure if he's seen them quite yet. But they're still trying to go for it here. All eyes on mid here. Neural Theft already gave away their position.
No way, Shiro's like 1 HP during this, right? Oh my goodness, fair play.
Overwhelming with the amount of guns pointed toward Poppy.
I feel like Global Esports could have been a little more patient there. Let Boom Esports escape away to that A site. Because you've got 2-3 weapons down in the middle there, and you've got 3 players who are playing on pistols. So you could have actually given them a little bit of space, let Boom Esports take that A site,
good chances to finish it, and it's been rough on defense.
Have a better fighting chance with these weapons. You had everything in your hand, but Global Esports, they decided for a team fight. It's not a bad decision. It was just a decision that had a disadvantage to them in terms of firepower.
Better than 2 days ago? I mean, yeah.
The brunt of it. They're now against match
Okay,
point.
it's very early in the off-season. Not like I'd be super worried.
Esports trying to quickly wrap this up if they can. Gonna be a pizza push now, but I've never really seen too much of pressure coming from Global Esports onto the mid area. They're more focused on making sure that the site does not get breached here. Yes, less aggressive position, but that's the key here. Less aggressive, but kind of throwing out your util on contact. They do break that wall.
Good luck back to site.
They position themselves all the way
No
into
KO
Warhouse,
flashes to
back
help
site.
them.
Puts in a bit of chip damage,
There's
but
smoke
not enough
to
knock
play
someone
around.
down. A lot of pressure inside of Smoke's famous.
Jesus, they're getting wrecked, man.
One, as DOS9 with that shorty to put in the damage.
Yeah,
3
getting
on
so
5.
wrecked.
A tall mountain to climb for Global Esports. But not down and out quite yet. DOS9 positions himself a bit of an off angle here. Udotan keeping quite safe. Force out the way. You do have that Cosmic Divide as well. Yokap, what a swing and a peek as well onto Famous. Just threw in those smokes. DOS9 making
I was getting double kill through smokes with this Shoei. This was nice from Boom though. Their attack's good, and GE just gotta look at their defense. But again, I don't know if it's like a. I feel like it might be a comp thing. Like the 2 heavy shutdowns agents, they just don't have. So it just feels like you give the attack team just full freedom.
Final round where they knew that they needed to kind of,
Default comp. Oh, dude, the default comp's so good on this map.
They did make an
That's the issue as well. It's so good. Like this map is just.
Realize that the B hit is going to be coming in.
This map is just sorted.
His utility